Good morning.
Morning.
We have an imposter this morning. Here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I don't know what you're doing on here. Happy birthday to you. Hey, hello, Claire.
Hi.
Morning, Claire.
How are you?
Okay. Rather surprised to see Robert here.
Yeah,
So
I know.
am I.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. So we woke up this morning. He gave me breakfast in bed, and he thought I was still doing it. He's currently downstairs playing his computer game, and he's supposed to be getting showered and dressed. So I'm going to be here for the beginning. I may disappear at some point.
Right.
Who knows? Sorry. I'll go if you want me to.
No, I do. Anyway, no worries. Good. Right. Well, I'll get something to work on. Super.
So,
How are you? How was yesterday?
Lovely. Actually, Mort was.
It looked like you had a lovely day.
Yes, it was a lovely day out. Mort was supposed to be working all day, but he wasn't. He came home at lunchtime, so we weren't actually going to do anything for yesterday, but we did in the end. So that was quite nice.
lovely.
Good. I love your fascinator.
Well, it's just a
Isn't it?
hair clip flower.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
okay. It looks lovely.
thank you very much.
It's beautiful. So welcome to everybody. This is Gogglefrogs. We are your three co-presenters and other people pop in every so often. I'm Angela, and these are my two co-presenters, Robert and Claire. I did say we had an imposter, and that's because it's Robert's birthday today. So Robert wasn't scheduled to be on here. He was going to have the day off, but Robert being Robert, he's jumped on here anyway. So it's lovely to see you, but I really do hope, Robert, that you get a lovely birthday today. So hello to everybody. Welcome if you're watching the replay after work or on a different time zone. A big hello to everybody from Gogglefrogs. So we have now been going 8 weeks, or is it over 8 weeks? It could be. We go live.
This is 39, so it's 8 weeks.
And we created this because we're all in lockdown. We can't go out to our normal little craft group, so we thought we'd set this up so we can meet up, chat, share, have a cup of tea, as we normally would in all of our knit and natter groups. So we can see, sorry, you can see us, but we can't see you. I was just about to say we can see you. No, we can't see you at home. So just enjoy. We run for about an hour, and who knows what's going to happen. We just talk about yarn. We may have found some lovely patterns. And we've got a beautiful little Facebook group with some amazing people in it. And they post lots and lots and lots of things, whether it's things that they're working on, whether it's great ideas for patterns, whether it's what's free. So, yeah, that's what Gogglefrogs is all about. And between us, we've got quite a lot of knowledge, certainly within the group. I do a lot of knitting. Robert, what do you do?
I do knitting, crochet mostly, and then do weaving, tapestry, cross stitch, and dabble in sewing. My dabbling goes as far as cushions, though. That's probably about it.
Yay! Still good though, isn't it? And Claire is. What do you do, Claire? I'll let you introduce yourself.
Crochet reasonably, knit badly, sew occasionally. I've been doing that for a while. So it tends to be things rather than clothes, but both hand sewing and by machine.
So if you've got any questions, anything you want to find out more about, or if you come across one of your problems, let us know. Because between us, we'll be able to solve it. And if we can't, there's people in the group who definitely can. So I still haven't finished the arms, so I'm still working on my arms. For anyone who doesn't know, I am from up north originally, and we don't call them sleeves, we call them arms and jumpers. So yeah, if you're wondering what I'm working on, it's a sleeve. I've got 2 left to finish. It will be finished at some point, but yeah, just had didn't really have much time over the last couple of days to finish it. So did everyone enjoy the day off from Gogglefrogs yesterday?
Yes, interested to hear what everybody else might have got up to as well.
Because it was the VE Day celebration yesterday,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
absolutely.
So
Yeah. So I went outside and did the 2-minute silence, and there were 4 other people in the street out, or 4 other houses, I should say, out.
right.
And then got to 3 o'clock and heard the Churchill speech, which I'd never heard in full before. I'd only heard bits of it. Then decided that I was going to come up and do some admin stuff for Gogglefrogs, and looked out of the office window, which is at the front of the house, and there were loads of people at the front having afternoon tea and picnics and stuff. So we went out and saw them for a bit. And then it got to 9 o'clock. We heard the Queen's speech and went outside to sing We'll Meet Again. And only one other house came out, so I thought, bollocks to this, and just sang it to them along. So, yeah, it was good.
Oh. And what about you, Claire?
Well, waited for Mort to come home. Right, we were supposed to have been flitting about on Heritage Railway this weekend had COVID not happened. What you may know, some people watching may or may not know, is we're quite into vintage events and a bit of dressing up and all sorts. There are photos on my Facebook page. So we were supposed to be a bit of an exhibit at my mother-in-law's Heritage Railway this weekend, but of course everything's been cancelled. So in the afternoon, we got some clobber on, we got some clothes on. I've got a WVS uniform, replica uniform, and here is my hat. So we sat out with our camping chairs and a table with a tablecloth on, a couple of gins, and basically waved to passers-by with the wireless on. Then a bit later on, we gate crashed somebody else's socially distanced street party to say hello, and then we came home. We didn't make anything of the evening because I'd pretty much fallen asleep by 9 o'clock. So there you go.
Wow. Do you know what I loved as well? The fact that you said wireless, not radio, wireless. Love that. So vintage.
Very good.
So, oh, that's brilliant. So I don't know what everybody else was doing. Shall we have a look through there? I've got my lenses in, so I don't see very well in lenses. Well, not close up anyway. So let's have a quick look and see what everybody else has been doing. So Tracy said they had a lovely social distancing street party. It was so lovely to see people in their front gardens having some food and drink. It was nice, and almost everyone else was out. So that's brilliant. Well done. And good for getting into that spirit as well, because sometimes people are peeking behind their curtains, aren't they, thinking, oh, if only I'll only go out if other people are. So it's really nice the fact that once some people go out, others do. So that was brilliant. Georgie says, good morning, lovely people. Happy birthday, Robert. Claire, I love your flowers in your hair. So that's the third person.
Thank you.
Because Robert said, I agreed. Georgie spotted that as well, so it looks lovely. Brigitte, we did the 2-minute silence at the door with the lovely family opposite, and they came out again at 8 with us, raising a glass of red and white. So is that on your side of the road, Brigitte, yours was the red? Because I think you're partial to the red, and possibly the other ones were on the white wine opposite. So yeah, hopefully. Judy says, morning all, happy birthday, Robert. Good morning, everyone, from Lindy. Hope Robert has an amazing day. Linda, good morning, lovely ladies, and even lovelier birthday boy. You're looking fabulous. Jackie, morning all. Happy birthday to you, Robert. Tracy, happy birthday. I'm on time for once. Tracy, your time is on time. Whatever time is on time. Don't worry. You just turn up when you can. Watch the replay when you can. If you can't, that's fine too. So really don't worry. Brigitte says, morning peeps, happy birthday, Robert. So yes, so you are a very popular birthday boy, Robert. And Brigitte says that I was correct, Angela. Yes, that's how the alcohol was being drunk, or rather what colours at what houses. So fabulous. So hopefully everybody had a really nice day. You know what? I was really quite surprised. I just put a little gluten-free scone recipe out there. And I think in 48 hours, over 200 people downloaded it.
Wow.
I know. And I had lots of people saying, these are fantastic. I'm going to be able to, I've been baking for everybody else. I've never been able to bake them for myself. Thank you so much. But you know what? It was a really, really, really lovely sort of 48 hours, but it's really hard to keep up with comments, going back to people, and some of the recipes didn't go out properly. So I had that little mad thing happen, not yesterday, the day before. I saw it yesterday morning. So that was really, really nice. So lots
Oh, I
of people.
wondered why I got it twice.
You are?
I wondered why I got it twice.
That's why. So yes, I had some people saying I haven't got this, and I thought, you know what, it's going to take me so long to try and work out, do a VLOOKUP with 2 lists. I thought I'm just sending it out to everyone twice or 3 times. I don't care, but hey ho. So there are more people who had gluten-free scones. We had them the night before. And then when it got to the day, I didn't have enough flour left. So I just had a delivery of some weird, strange, unusual flour that I've never had. So I baked them with that because it said just use them like normal wheat flour. It all went in the bin.
No.
One bite, I'm not eating that. So then I made some little coconut tarts out of the Zero book with gluten-free pastry mix because I didn't have enough pastry flour. And it was like slimy sludge. This pastry was disgusting. Do you know what? Put them in the oven, came out, and my mum ate 5 of them. She barely eats a thing, and these are absolutely gorgeous. So can I just say, Morrison's gluten-free packet mix pastry, thumbs up. It feels disgusting. It looks disgusting. You think it's going to be rubbish. But yeah, so that's what we had. We had some little coconut tarts that I really didn't think were going to work out. So we had something, which was lovely. So Jackie says she got it about 4 times as it just wouldn't open. I don't know what was happening. So never mind. Next time I'll get it. But I think I emailed it to you, Jackie, and you said that you had received it. So hopefully everyone got it. But it was just a bit of a nightmare. I think it was done so quickly. Just thinking VA day, we need stuff. So yeah. And Sally says, gorgeous orchid, Claire.
Yep. Thank you. It's not new. I have worn it before. But yeah, it sometimes keeps the hair out of my face, see. Because I have quite a long fringe. So sometimes But thank you, everybody. It just happened to be rather close as I, within arm's length as I was getting ready this morning. So,
may I hijack?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a little. I left these 2 lovely ladies to pick the musical interlude this morning, and I got 0 suggestions. So I was logging on this morning. I thought I'd be a bit self-indulgent and play my absolute favourite party tune. So, ladies, if you put your mics on mute.
I was 3 or 4 seconds ahead of you for most of that.
Oh dear. So a little fun fact about that, I heard the 80s version of the Time Warp.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Damien?
Yeah.
And absolutely fell with it, learned the routine from there, didn't even know about the film.
What?
Until the 90s. Started to watch the Rocky Horror Show, absolutely hated the beginnings, so stopped it, and didn't actually watch it all the way through until that night. Do you remember, Claire, when it was on at Cineworld and they were doing the live version from
I went.
Theatre? Yeah, we were both the same one, I think.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I'd seen it all the way through.
What? You are a bit of a stubborn sod at times, aren't you?
Yeah, and I love the bit that comes after this.
Yeah, it's probably my favourite bit of the film.
And Angela's looking at us as if to say, what the hell are you talking about?
I've never seen it. I've got a little story as well. So I'd always heard about Rocky Horror Picture Show. Of course, I'd heard that tune. So we went to see a friend's daughter who was doing this in some village hall stage production. Right. And me and the person I went with just sat there thinking, where have we gone to? What's going on? We didn't understand the story. We didn't understand anything. So I came out of there knowing even less about Rocky Horror Picture Show than I had when I went on. I've never watched it. Maybe I will at some point in my life. It's a good tune. It's a good tune, so I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Okay, it's a very niche pastiche of films of a certain era. So,
yes. Like Hairspray and all of those came out.
It's parodying a lot of film noir and B movies.
Right, okay. Maybe I will watch it at some point. But I am so glad you really, really, really enjoyed it. Oh, fabulous. So did you enjoy playing that, Robert?
I did, yeah. It is one of my favourites. And I thought I was going to kind of get up and do it in full.
Have you got shorts on again?
Yes. And then I thought, well, no, everybody else would just be doing it in their chairs. So, fine.
No, it's just that I haven't got much room to move furniture here. So.
Au contraire. Hilarious. So, Rocky Horror Picture Show, I hope that people enjoyed that. I think that this was one that everybody knew. Thank you very much, Robert. The one that was for me, there were some people who'd never heard of it. So that's brilliant. So Tracy says, saw it at Aylesbury Theatre. It was fab and loved it. Georgie says, Angela, you have to see it, especially the one with Tim Curry as Frankenfurter.
It was that one.
Yeah, okay, all right. Then brilliant musical interlude. Lindy says, brilliant musical interlude. Georgie, love that I actually had a dance. So perfect. Not only are you waving at us and stuff like that, you're now dancing. Happy birthday, Robert. Claire says, ooh, Robert's still going. That's what happens with a few 100 miles in between, or just 3.
Yes.
Claire says it's the original from the film. Sally says, yeah. Sally says, not seen this one before, but love it. Evelyn says, good morning. Linda says, thanks, Robert. You should be allowed to self-indulgence on your birthday. I've never seen this before. So wonderful. That's 2 of us. Lindy says, in the real spirit of Gogglefrogs, I've just frogged my latest Brum Square for the 3rd time. Just can't keep flattening my head. We'll start a different, possibly simpler one. Welcome to Gogglefrogs. That's what we do. Get carried away. We have to frog things. That's the love of knitting and crochet, I think. Not as easy with sewing when you've actually cut the cloth, but never mind. So Claire had said that's also a famous painting.
We were talking to Sally and I were talking in the comments.
All right, okay. Marion watched the film 2 nights ago, loved it, even recognised Christopher Biggins as a member of the chorus. So Biggins,
did you not know he's one of the unconventional conventionists? He's in the party scene.
So that's good. Jack says, love this. Just been doing the moves. Wonderful. That's 2 of you dancing as well as these 2 crazy people. And Brigitte says, looks like you all know the words and the moves. Robert. Yeah, Robert. And Sally says, why is Sally White painting in this video? Recognise it, Claire, man and lady.
That's what we were nattering about. Don't worry.
I don't know. I didn't notice it, but you can always watch the replay and have a look out for Christopher Biggins and also some photo. Sorry, painting. So, anyone seen any nice patterns anywhere recently?
No. Well, what I have been doing is looking up all the patterns that have been suggested on here. So I have nothing new to add, but to be perfectly honest, my favoured pile on Ravelry grows ever longer.
It most certainly does. I know mine is. I saw one this morning and it was quite a simple one. So I'm going to try and get on this and show you. Let me have a quick look. You can talk while I'm searching.
Sorry, I was concentrating.
That's all right. Don't worry.
Yes, I have currently 2 different outfits for Rocky Horror. Should it be on again? Last time it toured, we went to Milton Keynes and Aylesbury. Yeah, we went to both of them. So, yes, it's just a ridiculous amount of silly fun, really. You know, it's not serious. It is quite silly. And yeah, you do it to have a dress up and a laugh and a go out and a sing daft songs and shout all the shouty bits, because there is an alternative script that the audience join with.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Which is fun.
I didn't know that till I saw it with you either.
And yeah, newbies do tend to wondering what the hell are people doing. So yeah.
I'm just gonna see if I can find a picture of Tim Curry as Frankenfurter for Angela.
Still eating my breakfast.
Right, here we go, Angela, just for you, as you haven't seen it. This is Tim Curry in...
Who is Tim Curry?
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Tim Curry is an actor. He's been in lots of other stuff as well. No.
And that's him singing his song.
No.
Okay. He comes out literally after the bit of the Rocky Horror that we showed. The 2 main characters walk backwards, and then they bump into Tim Curry as Frankenfurter.
But it's all good fun, isn't it? I'm so glad that you enjoy it. I will watch it at some point in my lifetime. Right, okay, I'm going to show you this little pattern that popped up on my... that showed up on my email this morning, because we're using Stash so much, or we've got Stash, and I just thought that this was really, really lovely. So can you see that?
Oh,
is my screen showing?
Yeah, that's pretty.
Diamonds and baubles. So it is a chargeable pattern, but I just thought the detail on that was lovely.
Yes.
And it's done in a worsted weight. So I think you could do worsted weight. You could do Aaron. It's totally up to you. But I thought that would be lovely, and probably would be quite simple and straightforward. And the back of it.
Oh.
So I actually, I can't believe that I've actually done a whole cardigan. And what is that called when you do all? I call it inside out. I don't actually know what the official name is.
Yeah.
But when it's all pills on the outside, you know what I mean. Somebody's going to correct me now. And I didn't actually like that until I saw this, and I think it's really, really effective in this little cushion. So I think that's somewhat one that I'm going to do, and this is more of an oblong shaped one. So I think once you've got the pattern, I think you could work that out yourself, to be honest.
Angela, do you mean like that? Because that's all.
No, when it's all pearls. So when it's all the inside. So when that is the
Oh, I know what you mean.
inside.
Yeah.
So it's basically the wrong
Cardigan.
side of the knitting is on the outside.
Exactly. Yes. So it's all pearls. So whatever that's called, I know people are going to correct us and say, "Do you really not know that?" But we sort of do it. We don't. I don't necessarily know what it's called. So anyway, I just
reverse stocking stitch. Thank you, Marion and Trish.
Why not? What do you not think?
It can't be. It can't be. That's reverse stocking stitch.
Yeah,
but it's all the way through.
All pearls showing. Yeah. So all you show on that is that what we normally see is the inside, all those pearls.
Yeah.
Rather than all the knits. All the pearls are on the outside of that cushion.
Yeah.
To give it texture. And I couldn't remember what the name was. And this cardigan was supposed to be done in reverse stocking stitch, but I didn't like it. So I was going to do it in normal stocking stitch. And then I've seen that cushion and I actually really quite like it. So I'm sure I'm going to have some stuff left. And I just thought they would be really quite random, but very effective. So I think sometimes they're either a little bit too plain, or I tend to find there's probably about 6 or 7 different colours, and sometimes I just want something a bit easier. So yeah, so I thought that was really nice. I'll show you that. And if anybody else has got any patterns, please do let us know. We'll have a look in Gogglefrogs in a little while. Oh, right. Tell you something that I did do yesterday. I fell. And I've just crossed my legs, and you know when you put your knee just where you've fallen. So thankfully I didn't scream and I didn't swear.
Jolly good, but I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's fine. I am quite used to having cut knees in the summer. So I tripped over a step and fell on my bedroom floor. That's all I did. I tripped over a step. So I'm fine.
It's the sort of thing I'd do.
I know. It's just so bizarre, isn't it? So right. So thank you, Marion. Reverse stocking stitch. George says, yeah, the cushion's beautiful. I just thought it was really simple but really effective. And I do think if you've got anything with this, any yarn with a slight sheen to it, it's going to look stunning. And I was thinking a lovely rich taupe may be really, really lovely. But I think the only stuff I've got in my stash is super chunky. So we might have to make something in super chunky and just make the pattern bigger. So I'll have a look at that. Yeah, Tricia says reverse stocking stitch, snap. Lindy says, like the pattern, but absolutely hate knitting bobbles. Did find a way of using a crochet hook to make bobbles. The back is reverse stocking stitch. Yeah, I follow the pattern for bobbles, but then I do it my own way because I find that they get a little bit tighter at the bottom, and that's what I hate about bobbles. So a lot of the time when I do the pattern for bobbles, I then have to go afterwards and stitch it just so that it's secure and that it hangs right. But then what I did was I created a bobble and then I knitted into the stitch a couple of times, and then it seems to secure it so it doesn't look as if it's drooping. So that's fine. Brigitte says, Robert, did the link for the long tail cast on like I do it has been shown yet? No. We'll do that
it's on the list along with a couple of other videos that I've been sent as well. And I will get around to uploading them, and then we'll plan them in at some point.
Lovely. So I thought it might be quite nice to just show a few different patterns, a few little bits of inspiration. So let me have a look at some of these. Oh, by the way, Robert's been sorry, were you going to say something, Robert?
No.
Oh. Robert's been really, really busy perfecting our little logo. So next week we're going to be showing the logo. The finalised one, which should be really good. So thank you ever so much. But I really do hope that today, after this, is just going to be you and Gary Day, please, because that would be really nice.
Yeah. He's just popped his head in, so I am going to go now.
Oh,
Bye bye. I'll see you all on Monday.
see you all then. Bye, Gary. Bye, Robert. Happy birthday. Hey, so now we don't have Facebook to show.
I can probably do it from this computer. Yeah.
How can you? I keep
No,
trying, but I can't.
The thing is, it depends which
Do that on
computer I'm using, because my other one is a bit on the slow side, and I can only do the video on it. But I swapped them over this morning, so.
Oh, thank you.
Because I wasn't, yeah, because I was expecting to do it. Right, hang on.
Wait.
Bear with me.
Just while you're doing that, Linda says nobody wants a droopy bobble. Exactly, Linda. That's why I really, really hate the bobble pattern, and I think sometimes it's to do with pulling the stitches as you're completing it, and also having the right sort of wool. But I know I find them an absolute pain, and what I have to do is sort of spin it around and knit into it a couple of times as I'm knitting. Then it works okay, which isn't what the patterns say. But anyway, never mind. Droopy bubbles aside, look at this.
Oh. Okay,
wow.
So hopefully you can see. Oh no, wrong thing. Right, hopefully you can see Trisha's sheep.
That is beautiful.
So sheep gonna making.
Is that from cardigan?
It looks like it.
Or is it?
Or is it sleeves? Or is it a front and back? Trisha, you'll have to let us know.
I'm not sure. I think I don't know if this is the pattern that we looked at in the wool show a couple of weeks ago. There was a pattern on there, and I know it had sheep on.
Trisha says front and back for a new baby.
Oh,
very, very cute.
That's exquisite.
That is so clever. Well done.
Beautiful.
So Robert's announcement that it was Show It Off Saturday. Brigitta's post wishing him a happy birthday. Marion, right. So Marion says finished. Not as big as I'd hoped. Big enough to go around the shoulders. Doing another one in Sublime. A lot more fiddly. Right. There we go. That is gorgeous. Oh yeah, you can see that there.
It is. Is that like a green colour running through that as well?
We've got sort of blues and a kind of a lavendery blue. There is a stripe of green in there somewhere. Yeah, it looks like a stagey green in there by the looks of things.
Yeah, it looks lovely. Really lovely. And has Marion said what the wool was that she did that in?
Let's see.
Yeah.
This one, I'm not entirely sure. Marion will have to let us know.
Yeah, please do.
Regia. So that'd be one of their sock yarns, is it? Oh, was it the sock yarn you showed us the other day? I think it is. Let's have a look.
Only the other day, and it's finished. Well done, Marion. Yet again.
Let me scroll. It was quite possibly... Oh, gone down a bit. Here, isn't it? Oh, there we go. It's the... So using Regia from the stash. So it was this sock yarn from...
Ah, yes.
From the 1980s. So there we go.
Lovely colours.
It is a lovely set of colours there.
It's like stone and yeah.
Right then, back to so we've got that one. Georgie shared with us this, which was a pattern. So this gorgeous Afghan uses the traditional Japanese pattern, the asanoha. Geometric pattern represents the overlapping leaves. So let's make that big. So there we go. So there is a beautiful pattern to look at. which is on the Gogglefrogs page.
I do like that.
I like the way it's joined as well. It's joined with a, which really shows off the hexagons.
It does. It's gorgeous. And you could even use them in winter for snowflake type designs, because it almost looks like that, doesn't it?
Right,
yeah.
then.
So,
sorry, carry on.
So intricate. No, it's just really intricate. I love it.
Then mutter out loud. So, right, logo Robert's been playing, and then we're back on to the other days. So, I'm having. I didn't get to see a look at this one properly, but that's Lindy. That is beautiful. Yeah,
I love that. Absolutely.
And the way you put it together with all the various colours as well. So that is very, very gorgeous.
It is. Oh, and Sally says that she's just added her lap. So, hap. It's not lap.
Oh, let's have a refresh.
Yeah. And that should
Here we go.
appear.
Here we go.
Oh, Sally, how did you do that so quickly? And Marion. That's gorgeous.
So finished and blocked. Nice one. Well done.
Oh, that is stunning.
So I love this wavy bit here because it really does show off the variegated colours.
It perfectly matches the yarn that you've used. So Sally, I don't know if you actually if you bought the yarn for the pattern or if you've adapted it and used your own, but those swirls are just incredible. And it's getting the right length, isn't it? When you have those variegated, sometimes the variegated change is just too long and you don't see it. So you've absolutely nailed the right yarn for that.
Brilliant.
Nope. From Stash, as I couldn't find the original. Well done. You picked well.
Brilliant.
Sally. That's really good. Fabulous.
Okay.
The lacy pattern was a Louisa Harden.
Lovely. Good. Right. Dum-de-dum-de-da. So I think we are just about there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how is your blanket, your grey blanket going, Claire?
I am nearly halfway through. Right, there are 36 blocks of this.
Yeah.
Now I am putting the black edging on, and I am about nearly halfway through the 36 blocks of black edging. So I am within the finishing line. So this is pretty much my lockdown blanket. And then I shall be canvassing ways to join it. But yes, it's going quite well. So I won't show you because the rest of my house is a tip. But at the moment, I've got all the finished blocks lying in a pile with a heavy book on top of them, just to get them to sit flat a bit.
Oh.
And actually, it's the Sewing Bee book. Yeah, I'll take a photo and post it later, but I'm using that to flatten the blocks because it just happened to be on the coffee table at the time.
Well, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, because you know how they are all a bit lumpy. But what I did notice that when I do stack them up in a nice pile of blocks, the bottom ones were quite flat. So I thought I'd flatten the rest of them out as well. So they are currently sat under a book, being flattened.
Oh, so this is interim
blocking
then.
Yeah, I mean,
or intermediate blocking.
Size-wise, they're all pretty much the same size, to the point where I'm actually really quite pleased with that. So I might not bother blocking them at all. Yeah, it's nice just to take some of the wrinkle out.
Yeah, they can go a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you never know. At some point, I may finish putting my blanket together as well, my Noro blanket, which is still half
Yes,
done.
your rounded triangles.
Yes, the rounded triangles that aren't triangles, so they're now
That's
called
fair enough.
tringles. So when I do finish that Noro
Yeah.
blanket, it's not a big blanket, it will be incredible because it looks nothing like the pattern. But I did find that doing the 78 or 76 little triangles or tringles was very easy, but trying to actually put it together, because they are rounded triangles and
Yes.
not squares.
Yeah. No, I think they're very, very effective.
Yeah. It's a labour of love.
So,
But these things last forever once
well,
finished,
absolutely.
don't they? So that's, yeah.
So once I've done this, I shall be back onto my corner to corner, slightly lacy Amitola wrap. So we're just about up to speed crocheting that one. That took a while, but I'm loving the corner to corner. I've never done it before, and it's something I'd always wanted to do, or I'd always wanted to learn. And seeing it now is the opportunity to try new things. That's when I thought I'd do it. So yes, I've cracked on with that. And that's currently sitting there as well. So I'm kind of swapping between the grey project and the Amitola project at the moment. So it looks like I'm not making much progress on either, when actually I'm doing both simultaneously. So I'm afraid.
You're making
Yeah,
progress.
well, for a week or two, I won't have anything new to show you. So, but at least I can be able to go, hey, look at this, I've gone a bit further. So, but this.
I know that feeling. The arm is getting a little bit longer. I just wish I'd been able to do something. It's been really busy over the last 2 days, so I haven't been able to do any. But hopefully, I'll be able to get a lot more done. So yeah, and the weather's been glorious, hasn't it?
But it's on the turn next week, so get your woolies out, ladies.
Yeah, I do laugh and say I am. When I'm at home in my house, I really enjoy sitting in the garden and knitting, crocheting, drinking tea, whatever. Don't know what it is here. I just don't like. I can't be bothered to go out into the garden and take everything in there. So I'm a vampire. I'm a lockdown vampire that barely sits in the sun at all.
Me too. I think I spent more time outdoors yesterday than I have done in weeks combined. Well, we don't really have anything in the way of gardens, so it's a bit of a shame. But the rest of the time, I wouldn't know what to do with a garden anyway. It's like painting the Forth Bridge, so it's a job that's never finished. So I don't see outside much.
Yeah, I'm very lucky that my husband enjoys. I never said hoovering the garden, mowing the lawn. So that's what he enjoys doing. But we do say that the garden is 50 shades of green. All we have is things of different shades of green. So there's not many things with flowers. There's a few things that I've sort of thought he's put in, foxgloves and things which are lovely, but everything is just an evergreen. So
there are no rules.
No, none at all.
Right. Marianne asks, is Monday Throwback Monday? I think so. I'm afraid I haven't quite got the grasp of what the various days are. I've been rather busy this week, so I haven't learnt them yet. But if not, post whatever you've got anyway. We'd be delighted to see it. It's okay. Lindy says, love the name for your triangles, Angela, your tringles.
Tringles, thank you.
Deborah's in, says, morning, better late than never. Hello, Deborah.
Hello. Hello.
And Brigitte says, I get headaches if I sit in the sun too long. No, that's fine. I do too. I get sunstroke. I get sunburn at the drop of a hat, and raging hay fever at the moment. So I am not built to be outside at all.
Oh,
Brigitte says, I think Tuesday is throwback. I think you're right.
Just bring whatever you have.
What's Monday?
Even if it's a pile of wool, that is beautiful too. It's all artwork,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
What's Monday then? I'm afraid I can't remember. But post whatever it is you want and whatever it is you've got.
Yeah.
So Sally suggests it might be start it Monday. You could well be right, but Monday's a great day to start anything.
It is, isn't it? And I was going to say, do you know what? I'd seen some little patterns earlier, and I'm not overly inspired by the ones that I've just tried to click on today. So I might not show you any more patterns. It was just inspiration. I really like that. The little cushion cover that I showed you.
Yes, that was very nice. And that would suit being in a lighter colour as well, because if it was in a darker colour, you wouldn't see the detail.
Yeah, I really like things that show different shades and texture. And I just thought that was really quite pretty.
Hang on a sec. Judy says Mashup Monday. I think you're right. I think it might have been Mashup Monday. Which was to do with, which was to do with, have you made any alterations to patterns of things? I'm not sure, but yes, I believe it is Mashup Monday. Judy, well done. I would give you a prize if I had one.
So I'm just going to show you a few little free patterns. If you sat there thinking, I need something to do over the next couple of days, or I've got some wool and I don't know what to do with it. So here we go. I'm just going to go into the free patterns. So these are on Lovecrafts. So we've got the little Dr. Bear that I think is so cute. I love these little lavender sachet dolls. And these are all free. There's a face mask, easy sew on there. You can even have a knitted face mask with a filter pocket. That's quite good. Do you know what? I quite like that cardigan. Do you know what? Quick look. Oh, it's not showing.
Okay.
Big. Sometimes they don't go very big. So let's have a quick look. The little dog, dachshund, or dachshund, however you. That's quite cute, isn't it? A strawberry cocoon. And I do quite like this birthday cake.
That's clever.
And these, the rainbows in windows, they're very cute as well. But they've got some cute little things. Oh, look.
Bunnies.
Debbie Bliss Cashmere. More sheepies. I do like these, the rainbow caterpillar. That's a knitted one, but you can do them with pom-poms, can't you? Which is much quicker. Oh, look, tiny little donuts. So you can actually do donuts as well. So I quite like this because we get so used to Ravelry, don't we? And looking through Ravelry, and sometimes I find that Lovecrafts, they do have lots and lots and lots of nice patterns. That's really nice, that crochet pullover. Yeah, so lots and lots and lots of things on here. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That crop top. Certainly not for me, but for other people, that's a really unusual design.
Yes, I couldn't cope with most of that.
No. Oh, that's nice. Celtic Myths fingering. It's a free pattern.
I wouldn't know where to start. Wow.
Was that a deep intake of
Yes, that was me saying I wouldn't know where to start.
It's in English and German. Let's have a quick look.
Which probably both would make equally the same amount of sense to me. Look at that.
Oh, my word. And this is a free download.
Good Lord.
So that is Celtic Myths fingering free pattern. Asita Krebs is the designer, and you just download it, and that is so intricate. That is beautiful. Isn't it? Yeah, absolutely stunning. Lovely little girl's dress there, leaf dress.
Yeah.
Oh,
hello. Yes.
Shawl.
Let's have a look at that.
Hello. Free shawl. So that's the front. Yep, that's reverse stocking stitch, I think. Not too sure. I like
see.
That.
So it's got particularly long wings that goes around the back. Oh, I see. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Very good.
They do look lovely. Here's the picture. So very simple, straightforward, but that is so effective. So Tessa the D'Urberville shawl. And let's see what else we can find. Have a look at 5. Poor doggy. That looks rather tight. Don't know how that dog got put in there. Yeah. That's quite nice. I know it's really simple, but just nice little colourful idea to put through. Yeah. A hairband. Now I've seen quite a few of these Navita things. And I'm not actually sure if the wool is still available, but for anyone out there, it's worth having a look at the Navita patterns, because they've got some incredibly intricate ones with an amazing colour as well. I don't think they work them out. Oh, hang on a minute. My Navita. Let me have a look at some of their stuff. I saw. Yeah, that's quite nice if you're wanting to do that. Oh, what? Hello. Moomin Mama socks.
Moomin socks.
So that's quite cute. They do some colour work. That's like a. Is that like a bat wing? I think it's slightly bat wing, that one.
Wow.
But Navita have some unusual designs. Oh, look at those socks. Brigitte. I know you do lots of socks, but they look absolutely out of this world. Do you know what? I may even decide to make a pair of socks. What did you gasp at then?
The fact that you may decide to make a pair of socks.
But those strawberry socks, I think it may
They
be
were
worth
quite
it.
smashing, weren't they?
Yeah. And, you know, this is for somebody with a certain shape.
Yeah.
But you know what? Back in the 70s, there were lots of knitted twin sets where you had a skirt and you had a jumper. And I just think that is so simple but very effective for somebody who's got the right figure for that. And I'll leave you to have a look through. But Moomin Papa.
Well, no, thanks for backing that up. Because there's one or two there I'm definitely going to have a look at after.
Yeah, I quite like Navita. I don't know whether they're Italian or who knows, but they have some nice things on. I do quite like those socks as well.
Yes.
Nilla socks. Oh, look at that! A little Henry Hoover. Cutie. So lots and lots and lots. Oh, and look, we've got autumn pumpkins. It won't be long until we've got autumn pumpkins, will it? So just a little bit of inspiration for you. So hopefully there may be some bits there that you quite liked. I do love those little strawberry socks, though. So who knows?
Very cute.
You can get me on ones at some point in my lifetime.
And they had lots of little creatures on there as well. There was a very cute baby bunny.
Yeah. And I do find sometimes you get sort of lost in Ravelry. There's just so much on there that when you think, right, I want it in this yarn, I want this sort of pattern. It doesn't tend to come together always, but with that Love Crafts, you just put 3 patterns, lady, women's, men's, you know, bags, whatever you want, and it's really easy to filter and get around.
Excellent.
So yeah, there's a few there. So Lindy says, thanks for a great session. Having to go now. Have a great weekend, everyone. And you, Lindy. Louise says, I've just made the North Star mitten in Navita. Need to do Hero to the new now.
Hero to the new now. I think that's a pattern.
Oh, right. Okay. We'll post a picture. Thank you ever so much, Louise. That would be brilliant. I can't believe it. You know, Navita, I've seen it, but I've never knitted anything. So it's obvious that people know about it, which is brilliant. What annoys me with the downloads is there's 10 pages for 1-page pattern. I know. Some of them will allow you to buy it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. So it's ad free. But if you want the free ones, unfortunately, there's the ads in there. So they can afford to do them for free. So the advertisers pay them rather than us paying for the pattern. So Brigitte says the socks look brilliant. They do, don't they? I'm hooked. Movies is available from, dare I say,
Deramores. I think it's more is available from Deramores.
Oh, sorry. Lovecrafts. Judy Fresh says, what site is it? And so
Lovecrafts.
Lovecrafts.
We shall take a look at Wool Warehouses at some point as well, because they have a similar collection.
Yes, we will. So anyway, it's 11:01. I am so sorry we've run over. So we will wish you a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, wherever you are, you're staying safe. You're being creative and enjoying your knitting, crochet, and crafting. And I just want to say huge thank you, Claire. It's been lovely. Thank you to Robert.
I hope he's having a great day.
Yeah, and we will see you all on Monday at 10 o'clock for Gogglefrogs. Bye.